burgers, fries, and neon lights. This isn't just dinner. This is the story of how fast food built modern America. Imagine this. You're holding a greasy paper bag in your hands. The smell of fries is so strong it could probably wake the dead. You reach in, pull out a burger, take one bite, and suddenly, boom! You've just traveled through time. No, seriously, fast food isn't just food. It's a time machine. Every bite is a story. That cheeseburger you just inhaled, it carries the dreams of post-war America. That bucket of fried chicken, it's dripping with the flavors of globalization. That extra-large soda, well, that's a whole lecture about health waiting to happen. Fast food tells us who we were, who we are, and maybe even where we're going. It's a mirror of culture, technology, greed, and genius, all wrapped in wax paper and served with extra ketchup. So buckle up, because we're about to take a trip through the history of fast food. And trust me, it's going to be delicious and a little messy. To understand fast food, we've got to rewind the tape back to the 1940s and 50s. Post-war America. Picture it. The war is over. Suburbs are popping up like mushrooms after rain. And cars. Oh man, cars are everywhere. Highways stretch across the country like veins of opportunity. And suddenly, people are always on the move. And you know what busy, hungry families wanted? Food that was fast, cheap, and most importantly, consistent. Enter the Golden Arches. Yes, those arches. McDonald's and its rivals didn't just sell hamburgers, they sold reliability. You could be in New York or Nevada, order a burger, and it would taste exactly the same. That was revolutionary. The idea of speedy service wasn't just about filling bellies, it was about creating a new way of life. Eating became streamlined, efficient, even futuristic. Suddenly, dinner wasn't an event at home around the table. It was something you grabbed in 5 minutes with a side of fries. Fast food was the perfect fit for the new American dream. Fast cars, fast living, fast everything. And people ate it up, literally. By the 1970s, America's fast food wasn't just a local obsession. It was becoming a global invasion. The burger, the fry, the cola. These were the new ambassadors of American culture. Forget diplomats, Ronald McDonald was doing more international travel than anyone at the UN. From Tokyo to Paris, London to Lagos, Golden Arches sprouted like neon mushrooms. Suddenly, you could step into a fast food restaurant in the middle of Moscow and feel like you were back in Chicago. Same menu, same taste, same smell of sizzling fries. It was comfort food for a globalizing planet. And it wasn't just food, it was identity. Fast food became a symbol of modernity, convenience, and yes, American cool. For some, it was exotic. For others, it was rebellious. Imagine French intellectuals secretly munching on Big Macs after debating philosophy. Sacrilege and guilty pleasure in one bite. Fast food chains weren't just feeding stomachs, they were feeding dreams. A Happy Meal wasn't just nuggets in a box. It was America, wrapped up in bright packaging with a toy inside. And by the late 20th century, fast food wasn't just conquering hunger, it was conquering the world. Okay, here's the question. Why does fast food taste so ridiculously good? And why can't we stop eating it? The answer isn't just your lack of willpower, it's science. Delicious, sneaky, manipulative science. See, every bite is engineered like a culinary magic trick. Salt, sugar, and fat, the holy trinity of cravings, hits your brain like fireworks on the 4th of July. A salty fry? Boom! Dopamine spike. That fizzy cola? Your brain goes, ah, happiness in liquid form. And that melty cheese on your burger, it's basically edible glue that keeps you coming back for more. Food scientists, yes, there are people with PhDs in making you crave nuggets, spend millions perfecting the crunch of fried chicken or the exact sweetness of a milkshake. Too little sugar? Boring. Too much? Overload. But just the right amount? Jackpot. Your brain literally lights up like Vegas. And here's the kicker. Your brain doesn't just want food, it remembers it. That smell of fries? It's hardwired into your memory. So the next time you drive past those golden arches, your brain whispers, "Hey, wouldn't it be nice to stop in for just one?" And that's how science makes your stomach a puppet. By the 1980s and 90s, fast food wasn't just a meal, it was a lifestyle. And the motto was simple: bigger, cheaper, faster. This was the golden age of the supersize. Why settle for a small soda when you could get a bucket the size of a goldfish tank for just 50 cents more? Restaurants started competing like gladiators of gluttony. One chain says, "We'll give you fries in a bag." The other goes, "Oh yeah? We'll give you fries in a bucket the size of your head." And customers ate it up, literally. Suddenly, family dinners looked like Olympic eating events. There was even a weird sense of pride in ordering the biggest combo. Like, yeah, I'll take the triple cheeseburger, the gallon of cola, and don't forget the novelty bucket of fries. I'm a growing adult at 42. But here's the kicker. Our stomachs didn't evolve for this. We're designed to hunt berries and chase antelopes, not to demolish a pizza the size of a wagon wheel. The supersize era stretched not just our wallets, but, let's be honest, our waistlines too. And society would soon start paying the price. But like any wild party, the supersize binge couldn't last forever. By the late 1990s and early 2000s, people started to notice maybe eating a small mountain of fries every week wasn't the path to six-pack abs. Shocking, I know. Doctors, scientists, and parents began sounding the alarm. Obesity rates were climbing, diabetes was spreading, and suddenly fast food wasn't just a guilty pleasure, it was the villain. Enter the documentaries, the lawsuits, and that one movie where a guy eats nothing but burgers for a month and practically turns into one. Spoiler, his doctor was not amused. So the fast food giants scrambled to fix their image. Out came the salads, apple slices, bottled water, and calorie counts on menus. It was like they were saying, "See, we care about your health. Please don't hate us. And also, would you like fries with that salad?" And let's be real, did most of us suddenly start ordering the kale smoothie instead of the cheeseburger? Nah. But the backlash did change the game. It forced the industry to evolve, creating a strange balance between indulgence and health. A tug of war that continues to this day. If you thought fast food was just an American obsession, oh no, my friend. By the late 20th century, the golden arches, the buckets of fried chicken, and the taco shells had gone international. Like a culinary army, fast food marched across borders, planting deep fryers on every continent. In Moscow, the very first McDonald's opened in 1990. And people literally waited in line for hours just to taste a Big Mac. Imagine standing in the freezing cold for a burger. Talk about dedication. Meanwhile, in Japan, fast food chains started adapting menus. You could get shrimp burgers, teriyaki chicken, even rice bowls. Globalization with a side of soy sauce. And it wasn't just food, it was culture. Fast food became a symbol of American lifestyle. Quick, flashy, and larger than life. In some countries, eating at these places wasn't just about dinner. It was an event, a date spot, a family outing. even a little taste of the modern world. Of course, critics called it cultural imperialism, burgers steamrolling over local cuisines. But others saw it as fusion, blending the global with the local. Either way, fast food wasn't just a trend anymore. It was a global empire. And spoiler alert, it's still expanding. Fast food has shaped our past, our habits, and even our landscapes. But what does the future hold? Imagine a world where meals are printed at home with 3D food printers tailored exactly to your nutritional needs, where lab-grown meats replace traditional livestock and plant-based patties dominate menus worldwide. Technology will make our meals faster, healthier, and more sustainable, but will it also make them less human? The sizzle of a burger, the aroma of fries, the chatter in a bustling diner. These are experiences that technology can mimic, but never fully replace. Perhaps the next frontier isn't just speed or convenience, it's connection. Fast food may evolve to nourish not only our bodies, but also our communities, our cultures, and our planet. And as we bite into the future, one thing is certain: food will always be more than fuel. It will always tell a story.